So today I was thinking about how chemotherapy and all the drugs and stuff, how it really like does a number on your GI tract. It really like your stomach, your intestine, like everything is just so messed up from it because you're taking stuff like the steroids can either like severely constipate you, then other stuff might give you diarrhea. And it's kind of like right from like your mouth to the other end, like everything kind of gets messed up. Like you get really dry lips, mouth sores, you get pain in your esophagus, wretched heartburn, upset stomach, like it's all the things. So I was kind of thinking like what I did last time, because the last time I went through chemotherapy and finished all my treatment in 2015, I was having a hard time for years, like probably a good 3 years, like with food. Like it's like everything I put in me just hurt all the time, constantly. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, how do I eat food when I'm just like keeled over and it hurts me? Like, I just always had an upset stomach or whatever. Yeah, people have said take the probiotics, try, I I've never had any luck with probiotics. Maybe some people have, and good for you guys. I just can't. I take them, I notice no difference. They did not help with my stomach issues. Frankly, I don't think stuff like that is even really regulated. So who the heck knows what kind of bacteria you're getting in those, I don't know. I don't know if I really believe all that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like dissing things like that. Like the vitamins and minerals and things like that. Yeah, they have their place, but I don't know. I've just never felt a difference. So I didn't really know what to do. And then one day I was at my local butcher shop and they had all these Tupperwares of like soup containers with bone broth in them. They had chicken, pork, beef. So I got the I rotated between the chicken and the beef. I think I had the pork one a couple of times, but more chicken was like my favorite one. I found the beef one sometimes a little bit oily, but I would kind of like I'd do more chicken, but I would still drink the beef ones as well. Um, I just started like heating them up in a pot and putting them in my to-go cup and going to work with them. And one soup container made like a quite a bit. So I would kind of like just drink that all morning. And I noticed like within a week, and it was just kind of one of those things like you don't notice until you notice. All of a sudden, like I was eating food and I'm like, my stomach doesn't hurt. I'm not like keeled over on the couch, like dying after dinner because like everything just hurts all the time. So I don't know, it really helped. I just drank it then for the next like couple of years because I enjoy the taste of it. So maybe that's not everybody's cup of tea. Like bone broth, like proper bone broth that's been boiled for 24 to 48 hours, like that. It's kind of oily. I mean, it's essentially just soup broth, but yeah, if you're just drinking it like out of a cup, it might not be for everybody, and I get that. I liked it. If I wanted to, I'd just add a little extra salt to it or something like that, but it worked. I don't know. It's like magic. It worked very quickly. Within a week, I was not having issues anymore. And then, yeah, like I said, I just drank it for like years after that until my local butcher shop closed down because they retired, and it made me really sad because I really like their bone broth, and I'm lazy and I don't like to cook, and I didn't make any of it myself, and it would probably not taste good. I'm not a good cook. So anyway, it something to look into if you can do it, if you can drink it, if you can tolerate it. It's, yeah, like I said, I love it and it worked. And it's just kind of something that's, can be probably fairly inexpensive, especially if you can make it just on your own with boiled bones or whatever. I've seen them in the grocery store. They're not very expensive. So if you can make a big pot of it for yourself and freeze it, that's ideal. It really works. Like anyone who's ever told me they have a stomach issue, I'm like, oh, try bone broth. Like it's amazing. And to me, it worked. It's just one of those things that you don't really think of it too. Like sometimes you finish treatment, or if you run a course of antibiotics or something, like that stuff will like destroy your stomach. It destroys your gastrointestinal tract, and it really does, and it takes a while. So I don't know, it's just one of those things that I kind of tried on a whim and it worked, and I've been drinking it, I drank it for years afterwards. I had this year, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I had a couple friends that were making me some bone broth all the time, so I had it kind of on rotation. Then eventually I lost my taste buds, so I just kind of everything just kind of stayed in the freezer for a while, but I did finish all of it afterwards because, I was trying to drink it while I was doing treatment anyway. Wasn't really panning out for me, and I didn't want to be disgusted by it once my taste buds changed, because that's like a whole other thing. Like, if there's stuff that you actually like, if you notice your taste buds are changing, just stop eating it. Stop eating it, stop drinking it, because then you will just hate it for the rest of your life. Like, I don't think I will ever eat an avocado ever again because I just happened to eat it when my taste buds were like kind of changing and things weren't tasting good. Disgusting. I won't eat avocados. I won't eat guacamole. I'm still having a hard time with like bread and like bread products. Even though my taste buds are fine now, in my head I'm just like, ooh, they like tasted like stale cardboard for like the longest time, and I just stopped eating all of that, like cereals and stuff like that. Like anything wheat related just really didn't seem to, it just didn't taste really good. But anyway, I thought maybe the bone broth would help if someone's out there and they're just like suffering from stomach issues because they went through chemotherapy, or maybe they had to do like a large course of antibiotics or something. Worth looking into. Like I said, it's probably not very expensive. If you can make it yourself, even better. You can freeze it, it's fine. You can freeze it and just heat it up in a pot. Yeah, it worked really well for me. So I just thought I would put that out there in case anyone's having an issue and they need some help, some stomach problems. Yeah, it works good. Tastes good if you like soup. And again, you don't have to just drink it like a drink. You can also make it into a soup and just have soups too, right? So if that helps, yeah, try it out. It's worth I think it would be worth looking into, because like I said, I tried other stuff and it just didn't work for me. I don't know. Not for me. So the bone broth worked, and I enjoyed it. So to me it was just getting another liquid in me, which always helps because we can always get more liquids in us. So anyway, hope this helps.